बैठ जाओ. All of a sudden she started complete cartoon, yaar. Come on. I was totally taken away. What is she
Yeah,
doing?
wondering what happened.
Look, she bangla chhod mein look chori khel rahe. Hey, you start the show ke look chori look gelo. Are khojo maake khojo. Come on, man. I mean, India, Pakistan, tense, build up. All of a sudden, show live, and I'm looking what is happening here.
We discussed.
Okay, that's fine. Come inside and sit down. So, okay, let's come back to hardcore news.
Yeah.
A lot of people are writing about the photo shoot. Let's clear the air. Let's clear the air once and for all. In an Asia Cup, the photo shoot doesn't happen the night before or the evening before. In the Asia Cup, the photo shoot happens on a match day. On the match day or on the day of the final. That is the convention. Do I need this mic? I don't need this mic.
No, that's not even connected. Yeah.
So the point is on the coming back to the photo shoot, Asia Cup, you don't need to do it the previous night. You generally do it on the day of the match. Even at the toss, you can do the photo shoot. But the more important point is, and this is the news that you need to know, the real news point in all of this is, India has not even received the request from the ACC.
Oh.
So while the Pakistan media manager said it in the press conference that they have no problems and all, the ACC, the Indian camp, and I can confirm this to you, the Indian camp has not even received a formal request for a photo shoot from the ACC. Who is the head of the ACC? Mohsin Naqvi. Does Mr. Naqvi know that the Indians will refuse? Does he know that, okay, the Indians will turn it down? The ACC trying to politicize, the ACC trying to do what? But Ashok, the truth is, there is no formal request yet. And we are doing this show at 8:30 India time, already pretty late into the evening, 7 o'clock in Dubai. And if I know right, the Indians will not get a formal invite to do this from the ACC. Gargi Rao, Ashok Nambudri joining me. Thoughts?
I think the intent is very clear. I think this is actually what is called whataboutery in terms of, confusing the stakeholders in terms of what they want to do. That's on the surface. But I think below the surface, the intentions are very clear. And I think all the questions then go back to what the ACC credibility is all about. What exactly is Mohsin Naqvi doing in terms of, a conflict of interest where he handles multiple portfolios? And leaving a team, confused at this stage is not the way a tournament needs to be conducted at this level.
Gargi?
Absolutely. I mean, what do you even say about neutrality and all of that? Someone asking.
होगा ही. आप बोल भी दीजिए.
I will clear it up with you guys when we. It's not that we have an association.
No. You were gifted this jersey by Arvinder Singh,
exactly,
and that is why she is wearing, because Arvinder is a very dear friend of ours. Chalo, maine hi bol diya. She was stuttering here, there, and going and hiding or whatever it is. But that is the highlight of the show. Reel hona chahiye, Prakash Kumar.
Bhag gayi. No, but he's the CEO of Gujarat Titans. When we went to interview him, he gifted us all jerseys, so why not wear them? But yes. Coming back to India versus Pakistan, I think the tensions are still running very, very high off the field. Kuch nahi. But
What happened?
Still questions.
Still.
Support to GT.
Niche ticker chala do kya?
Chala do.
About why I'm wearing this. But anyway, talking about India-Pakistan, I think off the field, the tensions are still running very high. Thankfully, there was a press conference today. It wasn't boycotted by the Pakistan captain. Salman Agha came out and spoke. I think Indian journalists were finally allowed to ask.
3 or 4 questions were asked by Indians.
That's more than none. So that's a good thing that Salman Agha answered those questions. Do you think he watched one of your lives and where you said that are the Pakistani players, afraid of taking questions from the Indian media, and then they were like, nay.
I would want to believe that
that's what happened.
Yeah, but I don't think Salman Agha would have wanted to take my question, because the question I would have asked him is very simple. That players have already resorted to enormous amount of political tension. Is the chair of the PCB adding to that? And secondly, when the chair of the PCB attends a Pakistan practice the night before, do you reckon it's fair?
Yeah.
Do you reckon it adds to your pressure, or is it a photo op for him? So I don't know if Salman Aga would have wanted to answer that.
An interesting question that I want to ask basis this is, going forward, do you think ACC should have certain guidelines about the president or whoever is the presiding president to not sort of mix their duties as the board chief and then the ACC chief?
Absolutely. I think these are questions the BCCI needs to think about, ICC needs to think about, and we need to come clean in terms of some of these principles, because this is clearly not acting in the benefit of the franchises, the players, and any of the other stakeholders.
Yeah.
In fact, this should become a template, a case study to say, how not to run a tournament, in fact.
Absolutely. A lot of people asking is if there is an India press conference. No, there is no India press conference today. In fact, tomorrow after the game, that's the only press conference that will happen. That will be the last of the tournament. But no press conference today.
How did the Indians spend the day? What details bata dijiye?
The Indians spent the day. Mone Mokkal actually gave us the details about what was happening. Certain players were doing pool activities. I think a pool session was arranged for them this evening. The others took some massages by the physios and the masseurs. Apart from that, what happened? That's it, I think.
Spent time with family. Very, very critical.
Okay.
Each of the players spent time with family, and they were asked to do that. They were asked to relax, unwind, not get on social media. No need, no training, nothing. Take your mind off cricket. That's how you recharge. Exactly the right way, Ashok. Corporate honcho, from your corporate lessons, when you have a critical board meeting, how would you prepare?
Oh yeah, absolutely. It reminds me of the annual planning or the strategic planning sessions where you plan for 5 years. What happens is that, you are stressed out, you are trying to put in 150% into everything, and then you get so keyed up that your mind goes numb and you're not able to focus on the task at hand. At that point of time, as a leader of my team, what I would really do was to take time out, give them some time to go and relax. Maybe sometimes just do a outing with the team or a team dinner, and get them to just unwind, relax, and be there in the present. And I think that works to get them recharged and come back hungry for more.
Some people are asking about Hindi Live.
Yeah, that Shubhan and Rohit actually also deserved a bit of a day off here. I mean, the Indians deserved a day off. They deserved a day off. From what I know, I think they went to Karama. They went to Karama to get something. I think Rohit wanted to buy something for his wife for Karwa Chauth. Shubhan wanted to buy something for himself, and they asked me in the morning saying, "Gurya, can we?" I said, "Of course, absolutely." I mean, each one has worked like a maniac here, and each one. I mean, this lady included, this man included, Bharat as well, and each one of you. So all of them deserve a bit of a break. So if they are enjoying, or if they've just gone out, by the way, they were part of the Pakistan press conference. Both of them were part of the Pakistan press conference, and you can watch the Pakistan press conference on Rev Sports Hindi. You absolutely can. They even asked questions. So it's not as if they've not worked, but each one of us, tomorrow is going to be a massive day. I don't know how long a day it will be. I mean, and a lot of people are flying out. Shubhan takes a 2 a.m. flight. Gargi takes a 9 a.m. flight the following morning. So does Rohit. You and Rohit on the same flight, right?
No. He's on the later flight.
What time is that?
His is at noon.
And he's on Indigo.
He's on Indigo.
And you're on Emirates. Okay, that is why. So Emirates, the Delhi flight is at 9:50. That's the one I taken when I was back from Manchester. That's a good flight. So Gargi is on the 9:50. Rohit's the one at noon. So that's how it is, and people will go back. So it's totally fine by me.
Yeah. Okay. There are a lot of questions. For what?
For which one?
Lots of questions.
Yes.
Acha. Bilkul. Hardik news.
We still don't have an update.
Update is he is fine. At this point in time, update he's fine. I mean, I don't think there is anything critical. He had cramps. All day India allowed, there was physio sessions and recovery sessions and pool sessions and all. I will be a little surprised if Hardik doesn't play. Let's put it that way.
Okay, Siddhant Pandey is asking, Boryada, why did we underperform in Wrestling World Championships?
We did. If you see at one point in time we were continuously reporting also, and I thought if you see, I reported on Antim's medal. I was delighted for Antim's medal after what transpired in Paris last year. In Greco, we did reasonably okay. But for me, the high point of the Wrestling World Championship was Antim Pangal's medal. She was a good bet for Paris, but thereafter it was a disaster in Paris. For her to be able to come back and do well speaks a lot about this young girl's character and mental fortitude, and I was delighted for it. I've been here in Dubai with Ashok Gargi, Rohit Shubhayan, and others. Trisha Snehashish on the Women's World Cup beat, our Kolkata football team on the football beat, and Abhishek and people on the Para World Championship beat in Delhi. So we didn't send someone for the Wrestling World Championships, but we did report. So did we for badminton, so did we for hockey, and of the other beats. So we have done, but you are right. If you say that, why did you not send someone? We will try and send to as many, but it's impossible to go to every event, as you will agree with us. Yes, Gargi.
Okay. Yash Sharma is saying, थोड़ा थोड़ा fear लग रहा है.
तुम्हें लग रहा है क्या अशोक?
Fear thoda अच्छा ही होता है. In fact, they say that a little bit of a fear is good. Look, I mean, to put it bluntly, I think an India-Pakistan finals is a melting point. It's like a flashpoint. It is going to be a tense situation, given the current buzz around social media, around all the things that have been happening, which is not to do with the pitch. It is only heightened, and therefore it's not surprising कि थोड़ा सा तो डर लगना ही चाहिए. At the same time, it's a T20 match. I've always maintained from the beginning of the Asia Cup that in 4 overs, things can swing from one side to the other. It's a matter of who's got a mental strength that is better than the other during the match, during the finals. Having said that, on paper, India is head and shoulders above. Like we keep saying on the show, India, currently is playing at maybe about 70-80% of its potential. If India has to lose, then India has to play at 50% of its potential, while Pakistan will have to probably play at 200% of its potential. I think that's a nice mathematical model to look at. So I think India are the clear favorites.
आप जब खेलते थे गार्गी, प्रेशर कैसे डील करते थे? टेंशन कितना होता था? Or match like this, how would you? I mean, what do you think? Will the Indians sort of feel it? If you did feel it, what was it like?
The Indians will definitely feel it, and there's no way of shielding yourself from pressure. There's no such thing. You can try to take your mind off of things and try to minimize the effect of that pressure. You can try to control your nerves by focusing on other things, but it's always going to be a distraction. There is no way of relieving pressure. As you really say, you just get better as you go ahead. You get more experience. You just get better with dealing with it. I think that's the point. That's what the point is. Now, if an Indian player comes out and says, "Oh, we're not thinking about it. We're just focusing on our cricket," they're lying. They will definitely feel it. They know what's going on. They are very well aware of the stakes involved. Gautam Gambhir will feel it. The assistant coaches will feel it. So will the players. But again, I think the way that the management has been dealing with it today, they could have very well had an optional practice session if they had the time. But right now, the final is not about skills. We know that India goes in as favorites. It's not about skills anymore. It's about who handles the pressure better. And, spending time with family, having a relaxed session. And again, it's about biochemistry as well, right? Anything you do a night before that raises your adrenaline, you're not going to be able to sleep, you're not going to be recovered. So this is a very well thought of plan from the Indian management, and kudos to them for the way that they've dealt with this entire thing throughout the tournament.
Super chats.
Yeah.
Lelo.
Okay.
Ashok, take this.
Siddhant Agarwal is saying, one thing I want to point out that Rohit Jaglan gets really rowdy with Pakistani fans outside the stadium. It's really unpleasant to watch, needs to calm down.
Yeah, I think we take your point completely and, agree with that. He is a young man, tends to get excitable. But, you have to understand also that given the environment that is there, given the fans and given what happens outside the stadium, I can empathize with the situation, because it is not a normal situation. It is a situation where you tend to get excited. There is provocation, and you need to be, assimilating that in order to do your job of covering what's happening best. He does an exceedingly good job of that. I've seen him really hard at work, many hours after the match is over and done, and the stadium is done and dusted. He's still there, covering the action on the ground. So he works really hard. But your point is well noted, and we will give him that feedback.
Yeah. The second super chat here is by Mohammad Hamza. Boryada, if Gill fails tomorrow again, he will not only lose his future T20 captaincy, but also his place in T20I team. What do you think?
No, he will not lose his place anywhere. It is one cricket game. We are making this cricket game into the be all and end all of the world. It is not. You have to understand and appreciate that if you are a performer, for you, it will remain a cricket game. We outside noise, and I call ourselves outside noise in all of this, we are the ones imputing the extra cricketing factors into this match and making it into war minus the shooting. So if Shubman Gill fails tomorrow, he becomes a bad player overnight and he doesn't get a spot in whatever T20 captaincy and all that is totally far-fetched. So no, I mean, it's not happening that way at all.
Okay.
Just to add to that Rohit Julian point, some people that day, 4 people, 2 women, 2 men, came and started showing the middle finger to us on our show. To her, to Ashok, to me. We managed to keep our calm. I was able to divert that. But honestly, you know what? It's not pleasant. Because you are on camera, you are speaking, and people are from behind the camera doing these kind of acts to you. How do you control? So it becomes pretty difficult. And, everybody is human. So I understand. But by the way, I buy the point. I've had a chat with Rohit Julian today. I will have a chat with Rohit Julian tomorrow. But I also empathize, as Ashok used that word very correctly. I empathize with where Rohit Julian is coming from. I mean, I've seen even Ashok, who's a calm as cucumber person, or even Gargi, who's relatively cool in these situations, knows that, this is out of limits or out of bounds. All of them get excited and angry and, provoked by the whole situation. I've seen people tweet also. So it's not easy. Having said that, we will do our best to make sure that all Rev Sports reporters are dignified and gracious.
Yes. What? India handle pressure better. Saurav Singh, Pak's only chance is in power play bowling. India 70%. Yeah? India 75% chance, I think they're giving. Need better fielding. What about the catches? Let's talk about the catches. Ashok.
Yeah, I think if there is one thing that I would take away as an area of concern and something that I least expected is the catching. And it is not one match that we are talking about. If you look at the last 3 matches that India has played, we have dropped maybe on an average 3 to 4 catches. And we've been at the nets. We've looked at how the team practices. We've seen Coach T. Dilip actually providing that catching, practice to the players. It is surprising, not expected at this level. So cannot condone that in any form, manner. It needs accountability, needs to be looked at. We've spent time trying to see whether it is an issue with the lights or whether it's an issue with the conditions. But then again, if you look at the stats, it's only India which seems to be dropping the catches. I think it needs introspection. That's an area that needs to be looked at, and perhaps the teams need to do harder work to ensure that we don't drop those kind of catches.
All right, Siddhant Pandey, Sachi are losing knockouts continuously. Any concern? I don't think
they've made 2 back-to-back finals.
Yeah,
they've won the bronze in the World Championship. If you are back at world number 6 from 27 in 2 months, you've climbed back 21 places. You've beaten almost every pair except Kim and Seo. I think you have done well. And you've beaten Chia and So multiple times. You have also won against the Chinese pair Liang and Wang, though Wang Chang and Liang beat them the other time. You've made finals, so I don't think they're a concern at all.
Yep. Satvik Bagaria. Boria, I personally believe that Arshdeep Singh should play instead of Dubey. Arshdeep can bowl good and tight lengths, which can trouble Pakistani batters.
We've done a video on that, and we tend to kind of agree with that Arshdeep Singh allows India 2 overs of Jasprit in the power play, allows India to keep 2 overs of Jasprit for the death also, gives them that variety. Why not, Ashok?
Yeah, and just to add to that point, the point that I would like to put onto the table is that India scored 200 runs without breaking a sweat, And therefore, if at all any area that needs focus is not the batting, it is actually the bowling. And to get them out quickly should be the focus. So I would personally prefer that if India can actually, in the first 6 to 8 overs, get let's say 3 to 4 wickets, I think that would clinch the deal.
Okay, Sharan is asking any updates on Hardik. Sharan, he's all right from what we've heard, right? Our sources have said that he's
not. I mean, I have not heard anything untoward about Hardik since last night that it has degenerated or become anything serious. Whether or not he will take the field, we've still got to wait and see. But I'm every bit hopeful that with physio and with all of the recovery, he will be able to take the field and he will be fine.
Saurav Singh here is asking, you will need Shreyas in the middle order in the World Cup for it. Either Gill, Tilak makes way, winning Asia Cup. No issue. I don't think either of them have done anything to be dropped, especially Tilak. Tilak's been contributing important runs in the middle of the order. And if you look at his game against spin, I don't think there's anything to be complaining about.
Absolutely. And at that stage, he's actually come out with that intent saying that I'm here to finish or accelerate. Both he's done to perfection. So I think he's in sublime form, and I think there is no question mark at this point of time.
Yep. Shubhajit Basak is saying, eagerly waiting for Gautam Gambhir, what he wants to say after the win to Pakistan team. But I think it'll be Surya will come out. Or do you think Gautam
will also come.
Captain coach?
No, I don't know about captain coach, but Gautam will come. Gautam will have a lot.
Waiting.
Of course he is. Gautam has a lot to say. Let's leave it at that at the moment. I don't want to add to anything now.
Okay.
Gautam will certainly come.
Okay, last 5 minutes on the show. Request you to make analysis on junior hockey team score. Maybe once we go back to India, we can do all of that.
के बाद करते हैं ना,
Yes.
करेंगे भी.
I would be very disappointed if Gill fails tomorrow. BCCI has plans to make him T20I captain after Surya. Just hope he scores half century at least.
I don't care whether he scored half century or not. I want an India win and an impactful innings. If that is a 30, so be it. 40, so be it. 50, so be it. An impactful innings which gets India off to that kind of start that you want. Ashok?
Yeah, I agree. In fact, one thing that sitting through this tournament and watching it, what I realized, one of my big takeaways is that a good 30 or 35 is actually good enough to swing a tournament of this nature. And therefore, you're absolutely right. An impactful innings is what we should look for, resulting in India's victory.
Okay, Indian supporter is saying, all criticism aside, Salman Agha handled the press conference sensibly, unlike many Pakistani captains in the past.
Give it to Salman Agha. At least he was coached in doing that well. Whoever trained him is better than somebody who is not training Mohsin Naqvi.
Okay. Okay, Pawan Kumar is saying, I don't think we should blame Rohit Juglan. Generally, he handles spectators really well. There were times when he just replied to their false narratives with facts.
There you go.
And I'm saying this, and Ashok said it very well. When you're out there on the field, I've had many skirmishes.
Sometimes you don't see the whole reality on the camera.
I've had many. Come on, Rohit is young. Rohit is what, 34, 35 years of age, 35 years of age. I've had many such skirmishes in my life. I've fought with people. You learn. You learn that this is a mob. You don't take the mob seriously. You let the mob be a mob. But that's what it is. I mean, it comes with experience. I'm sure I still make mistakes. I still make mistakes every day. But that's how you learn. And I'm totally happy with Rohit Juglan as a colleague, as a reporter, as a journalist in our team.
Abhishek Chaudhary saying, if result goes our way, there will be something which we can expect. But Gautam Gambhir in press conference might take away the limelight.
Leave this.
So first let's focus on the ground.
Study Paglu?
Let's win. Let's study Paglu.
What is this? Okay. What problem in pitch is behaving? Huh?
What? A pitch is behaving.
Maybe
about the
I
pitch.
mean, when we played against Bangladesh, the pitch was sluggish, and then Pakistan, alag pitches the na?
They
Played against Bangladesh, the pitch is going unbelievable. Even the Bangladesh-Pakistan pitch, if you look at it, was very slow,
gripping,
sluggish,
slow.
gripping.
Rashad Hussain was getting the ball.
Yeah.
The turn
So
as
it
well.
depends, I think, on the
What
particular one.
surface?
name se hai na pitch. Chinta mat kariye. Paglu.
Oh God. Paglu isn't studying. Yeah, he's watching the stream. Okay. Suggestion to put out all national/international tournament and matches for the upcoming month, so it is easier to follow. Apart from cricket, it is difficult. Don't we have a calendar up?
ये आपका responsibility है
ठीक है,
once
ठीक
go
है.
back.
I
She'll
will
put it up for
remember.
October.
Yeah,
But good point.
good point.
Because
And
we cover all.
and we
It
can
makes a sense.
pin it on our Instagram so everyone can see.
I don't know how that is done, but please do that because there's so much that we cover, so we might as well make the most of it. Last 2 minutes, please.
Okay. Arey bhai. Rohit Juglan is gem of Rev Sports.
Nope, all of my reporters are gems of Rev Sports.
Okay, you guys talk a lot around emotions and rhetoric, but less of technicalities of cricket. I would request you to get into technicalities of cricket and no bias for Gill. Oh, the last thing.
अब technicality के लिए first on our shows Bharat does that, and for technicalities I don't think you need to. We are analyzing the macro picture and all of that and news. Technicalities of match में start जो भी broadcaster है उनके experts से सुन लीजिए.
Without emotion, there's no sport.
Obviously.
Let's put it that way. All right, let's wrap up the
Women's
show.
का क्या था? एक नीचे देखो.
Women's Asia Cup hockey did not get televised.
That's the China one. I mean, we were leading till the 42nd minute and lost 4-1 eventually, but we came runner-up. I agree that Women's Asia Cup should have been televised,
yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, on that note,
Yes, please.
we'll wrap up the show. We'll be back tomorrow morning. Watch out for the 10 a.m. video. Borea's talking about the tensions running high ahead of the final.
There is a lot of tension.
There is a lot of tension. Tensions are still running high. But we'll be back very soon. Thank you so much for watching us. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel.